like, well, damn, like, what is your issue? Like, really, what is your issue? So then the next daycare that I find, they supposedly on their website said they deal with children with behaviors and that's, on special needs, that's autistic. So how about when I get there, I guess the girl that worked there didn't know who didn't think that I knew who she was that worked at that daycare. She was one of the 4 girls that the second person I had children with was messing with at the time. But then I found out that he was messing with her on and off, and that his cousin / best friend was trying to sleep with her behind her back too, because he ended up telling me, like, when they started talking, she was telling him how his cousin was going back and telling her the car that he was going to see her in was mine. And he was trying to talk to her behind his back. So when I go into the daycare, I didn't recognize her face. She recognized me, but she didn't think I knew who she was. Y'all see how small my world is? My world is super small. So that daycare ended up kicking her out because she was doing the same thing. And it was funny to me because my daughter was in that girl's class. And it was like every time she seen me, she like had this unit on her face, like, why am I here? Look, whatever you got going on with my baby daddy, that's your business. I ain't got nothing to do with him or anything that's going on in his life. So if y'all still sleeping together, that's your business. Because he's known to catching stuff. That's your business. I just want my daughter to be in a daycare where I can go to work without having to leave early to go pick her up and drop her off. So I ended up like just leaving during my lunch break, picking her up, and then waiting for my kids to get home to drop her off at home, because it seemed like nobody else was able to deal with her. So I'm already going with that situation because, mind you, I'm coming back to work like 10, 15 minutes late from my lunch break because I have to wait till my kids get out of school for them to be at home with her. So with that situation, and so when I get this to the center, because everybody else has a waiting list, so I'm putting her on this waiting list, but this one center was like, whenever somebody cancel their appointment, if I'm like available to just drop her off that day, I can be able to do that, but it would be like on a PRN situation. So I was like, cool, I'm fine with that. Let's do it, because she really needs it, because I don't know like what's causing her meltdowns, because when she's with us, she's cool. I mean, yeah, she has tantrums, but like it's only once in a while where she has them meltdowns like she was having at the daycare. So I already told my job I was coming late, and I dropped her off at the center, and there was like, it's going to take 45 minutes to an hour to evaluate her and see like all the therapy that she's going to need while she's there, if they call her, and I could bring her in. So when I'm like, damn, I got to go get her medicine from Walgreens. So as I leave the center, this car come out of nowhere as I'm cutting through the interstate. Mind you, I always stay at the stop sign a little bit longer due to the fact of even though that wasn't my fault when my car got hit the first time, I'm way more cautious. So I'll be triple looking before I move, because baby, I need my car. Like, Tampa is not a place you want to be without a car, especially with me having all these kids. I cut through. I hear somebody honking the horn. Mind you, the whole place is clear. It's clear. So I'm trying to figure out where this plate where the horn is coming from, because my side was already clear. So as I'm trying to not to look, but it's getting closer and louder. So as I'm trying to like maneuver my car, boom, my head hits the driver's side windows plus the windshield. I get hit from the side behind me, like completely, like just take out the whole back of my car. Like, it's really total. I get out, I look, the guy's coming out, he's asking me, am I okay? And I'm like, yeah, are you okay? And he's like, yeah. I get back in my car, I call my brother, because at this time I don't got nobody. I call him, I'm like, yo, I just got into an accident. I don't know how this shit happened, what's going on. My head is starting to hurt, and I still got to get to work. I still got to drop her off to school. All this stuff is going on right now, and I'm like freaking out. They end up towing my car. I have to go back to the center, sit there for a whole 45 minutes. And in the car, thank God I had money on my card. Thank God. Because then I called the Uber. I sat there until my kids got back from school. Then I went to work. Mind you, I'm walking into work like nothing's wrong. Like, because I don't want, like I said, I'm a very private person. I didn't want these people really knowing my business like that, even though we were kikiing, but there was only certain people that I could talk to. So I go to work. I'm taking the lift to work. I'm walking the baby to the last two to daycare, because their daycare wasn't far. It was I could walk there. And because he was still in daycare. So the baby was still in daycare. My autistic daughter, she had a bus that came and picked her up in the morning time. And then my youngest daughter, she was in Head Start by this time. So she was in the Head Start center next to my job. So I walked my daughter early in the morning to the bus stop, the autistic one. Then I would, walk all the way to the daycare, drop the baby off, and then me and my youngest daughter would take the bus to go to my job. I did that for a couple of weeks. Like, my mom was calling me, seeing how I'm doing, what happened, and I explained everything to her. I was like that for a couple of weeks. And then I remember, like, everybody was like asking me what was going on, and I was like, yeah, I got into a car accident. And I guess people didn't believe me because I didn't, because I still came to work, and I was acting nonchalant about it.